Okay, howdy y'all. This here's Mike down at Mike's Golf Shop where we buy golf. Okay, y'all, I am documenting for you for your video enjoyment the process of me getting my golf game ready. I'm going to play in the Azalea Amateur in Palatka, Florida, March 18 through 21, I think it is, 2021. And I've gone down there and played in this thing for probably, I don't know, I think I've played in it 4 or 5 times. It's a great golf tournament. It's spring of the year. It's kind of the Masters for amateurs like me. It's a 6,000 yard golf course, and they got college kids from all over the United States to go play in it. They have a championship division, which I'm not going to be playing in this year. I'm going to play in the first flight division because you got guaranteed 3 rounds. So that's the reason I play in that part of it, because I don't want to go down there and shoot a couple of 79s or 83s and get cut. So I want to be able to play all 3 rounds of my golf tournament, you know what I mean? So that's the reason I do it in that thing. And of course, I probably have 0 chance of winning that flight, because I think you got to shoot somewhere on the order of maybe 20 over. And I think 21 over is the lowest I've ever shot. So my effort this year is to see if I can't get my game in good enough shape to shoot my own personal record. And this little video series that I'm going to do right now is to document that process, to kind of show you what I put into it and evaluate the results. Because, like a lot of golfers out there who are trying to improve their game, who work for a living, it's like, how are you going to do this? And then you're getting older to boot, and you add to that, and it's like, oh crap, man, this ain't going to work. So I think the last time I went down there and played in it, I think I was 160 and 86. So what would that be? 160 and 90 would be 250. So 249, I think, is what I shot the last time I went down there. And of course, it was kind of some not necessarily great circumstances in my life that were going on at the time. Now I'm at least in a decent position in my life, moving forward, that I've got a little time to be able to invest in this golf. And so therefore, I'm going to document what it is I'm going to do to see if I can go down there and break 231 and maybe win this flight. So I'll do several videos showing you kind of my theories and thoughts on what it is I'm trying to do. And maybe it'll be a good documentary to show you how somebody like me tries to play golf and do good, and then you get to see what I actually do when they drop the flag, which sometimes is awfully brutal. Okay, so stay tuned. Okay, this is part of my secret. This is a part of my secret to my success. Keep it PG. I'm videotaping you.
Oh, you are?
This is my friend Gary.
Oh, right on, baby. That's cool, Mike. We out here working on that game. We're going down to Florida. We're going to whoop butt soon.
Yeah, he's my friend. So anyway, he's encouraging me. You can see right here what it is I'm working with. It's called a range ball. I have found, Kip Henley told me this, that the #1 swing training aid in the history of mankind is called the range ball.
That's right. Amen
now,
to that, brother.
Let me show you what else I'm working with.
Oh, yes.
This is
really serious, y'all.
This is serious stuff right here too.
Yes,
now,
sir.
I have also found that if I hit this on the practice range,
everything will be okay.
That 460cc titanium driver ain't no problem whatsoever. All right, guys, trying to show y'all how it is I'm planning on getting ready for this thing. I got about 6 weeks to get ready. And for me, I'm a method player, so I'm working on my swing always. The best stuff that I've got lately come from Bradley Hughes, and he talks about getting the hands out in front and keeping the shaft at 430. So that's what I'm working on, and what I do to try to get my ball contact going and get straight ball going, I'll get up here on this thing like real close and choke down a lot, okay? And so then I take that club back nice and slow, and I'm just trying to work it like that, okay? And hit just hundreds of 132-yard 6-irons. Just tapping it, where I get that contact right in the square in the face. And then when I back up a little bit more and try to get a little more speed on it, then I still got my contact. All right, you stop it. Okay, we got that practice range session in the books. What I learned from that today that I'm applying moving forward is obviously I go out there and I choke down on a 6-iron about 2 inches and try to hit it 125 yards. And I just try to hit the ball solid. You know, and the swing thing I'm working on is Bradley Hughes talks about, he puts a cone between the ball, between your feet and the ball. He's like, you want to try to swing your hands out over the cone. That way your hands can come back to you and give you that good looking, you know, kind of through shot look instead of folding up like a accordion like I do. What I noticed from that today is I struggled, of course, with it. When I did it right, I hit some beautiful shots. I have to put my hands on there, it seems, significantly weaker because I had a tendency to kind of hit a pull draw with it. When I got my hands on there weak enough, it was straight. So that's kind of what I'm working on, is in the golf swing. And I hit 140 balls just now, roughly, 2 large buckets. And, you know, that kind of repetitive motion gets the muscle memory going, it gets the solid contact going, which is ultimately the key factor for me to play golf good. I mean, obviously I got to drive it good, which is my biggest weakness. I'm short and crooked, but I like to hit those irons solid so that I can hit the green. And these days, if you get me out there at 150 yards or more, especially like 175, it's like, wow, that's a whole new realm of golf for me these days. Because, you know, I used to be able to hit a 5-iron or 6-iron 175 yards, and now it's probably a 4-iron. You know, my 3-irons may be good for 185. You know, and my longer irons, the problem with them is they all kind of go the same distance in the air these days. So, you know, the 3-iron runs out a little bit more is kind of what it boils down to. So anyway, I worked on that today. I worked on repetitive motion with the little choke down 6-iron, getting real close to it, just making that move and going through there and hitting the ball solid and trying to hit it out there about 130 yards with a 6-iron. So I hit some just beautiful shots today. They weren't all perfect. As a matter of fact, it kind of went haywire on me a few times, but the key factor seems to be getting my grip on there weak enough because if I get it on there, I have a tendency with my right hand to get my right hand on there a little too strong, and when I do, I hit pull hooks a lot. So it's like, okay, got to get my right hand up on top, get the grip on there weaker, and that way I can hit some straight shots. So bottom line is, I hit it all over the place out there today. It wasn't very pretty at all. If I was to go out there and play golf in a tournament right now, I'd shoot a million. But that's my plan, is to keep working on it to where I can make good solid contact with the irons and maybe hit a few greens. So that's today's progress. We'll talk to you later.